We begin with the big story in Maryland tonight. A nor'easter headed our way that is set to bring gusty winds and coastal flooding. Let's take a live look from Ocean City tonight. You can see the sand already piling up on the boardwalk there. We're going to see much more of that as we head into the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley joining us in the Weather Center tracking this storm. And Derek, when most people think nor'easter, they think snow, but this one is just bringing rains and winds. And again, it's going to make that Ravens home game a mess on Sunday.
Absolutely, Rick, and it looks like, again, the coastal flood threat as well as the gusty winds and heavy rain is going to be the main threats with this particular storm, in particular for areas of the eastern shore and down towards the coast. So let me show you what's going on right now. Not a whole lot going on locally, but there's the storm system that is developing to our south off the Carolina coast, Georgia and Florida. For tomorrow, in case you have any plans, the most I'm expecting will just be a few scattered showers, and more than likely it'll be the lower eastern shore and southern Maryland that sees it first. Here in Baltimore, we probably aren't going to see much until later in the evening into the nighttime hours. So I think we get through most of the day without seeing a whole lot at all. It's just going to be cloudy. Sunday, we're going to start to see that rain spreading into the region. The winds will turn gusty, and the coastal flood threat will be ramping up Saturday night into Sunday. And even into Monday, we're still going to have some lingering showers around the area. Let me show you how things are going to pan out. Saturday afternoon, just a few light showers across the area. Then as we get into Sunday and Sunday afternoon, that's when we expect some of the worst weather across our area. And we can see wind gusts near the coast, 50 to 60 miles an hour down towards Ocean City. So we're going to be talking more about the threats for Maryland with this nor'easter, as well as what to expect for next week. Looks like things do get a little bit better for you. That's all coming up in a few minutes. Rick, back to you. Yeah, Rick, as we take a look at your forecast heading into the weekend, in case you've been really haven't been paying attention, we've got a nor'easter on the way, and it's going to cause some impacts to Maryland. Right now, we're not expecting huge impacts. It's not going to be one of the worst nor'easters we've seen, but it is going to be a bit inconvenient for some of you out there. And the day that we're really pinpointing is Sunday for that potential for occasional heavy rain, some strong wind gusts, particularly over towards the eastern shore and down towards the coast. And of course, coastal flooding, particularly at high tide, is going to be one of the biggest issues. Now, we are looking at a coastal flood watch in effect for Worcester County. I do expect more counties to be added, at least to coastal flood advisories or coastal flood warnings, particularly on the west sides of the bay here. As far as the coastal flood watch is concerned, we are looking at the possibility of 1 to 3 feet of inundation there down towards Ocean City. So we'll be watching that very carefully. Radar right now is dry. Temperatures across the board are in the 40s and 50s, although not nearly as chilly as we were this time last night due to the fact that we have clouds increasing across the area. Only a very small chance for some showers to develop here overnight tonight, mainly to our south. But it looks like as we go through the day tomorrow, it looks like those chances for rain are going to start picking up a little bit. I do think we stay dry for the most part overnight tonight. Just some cloud cover across our area. Area of low pressure is trying to get organized to our south. You can clearly see it there. Futurecast shows the storm getting closer to us by tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. Any shower activity really for the most part for the state I think is going to hold off until tomorrow afternoon, mainly for southern Maryland, the lower eastern shore. And then as the night goes on and into Sunday, that's when the chances for rain are really going to start ramping up. And notice how the winds really start to crank up out of the east and northeast as this thing gets closer to us. And the way it looks right now, if the storm makes the track that's given, at least shown by this particular forecast model, it's going to put the heaviest rain from I-95 and points off to the east. Any track further west is going to spread this heavy rain shield a little bit farther west. And if we see a track a little bit more offshore, our chances will be a little bit lower for heavier rainfall. Either way you look at it, we're going to get some rain and some wind out of this. Speaking of which, wind gusts here as we go into Sunday afternoon could easily reach 40 to 50 miles an hour down towards the coast, maybe a little bit more than that. Eastern shore, plan on 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. So again, on Sunday morning, a few showers around, some occasional heavier rain, and then we'll see some coastal flooding developing across the area throughout the day and into the evening hours. And I think really overall the worst of the weather is going to be Sunday into Sunday night. And our forecast models here are going with, at least in the Baltimore area, about an inch of rain, maybe a little bit less than that, depending on the track. Maryland cast for tomorrow, highs in the 60s out in the mountains. Elsewhere, we're looking at temperatures into the 70s with only a small chance for some showers. All right, here's your first alert 7-day forecast. Alert day for Sunday for that nor'easter, and then as we get into Monday, chances for showers continue, but beginning to wind down as the storm moves away, and it looks pretty nice for the rest of next week.